For many of us, Christmas isn't actually all that easy a time of year. We gather with the family around the table, but actually it reminds us that someone's not present with us. There's a space at the table where they would have sat. Or we get together for a Christmas tradition, something we've done for years, but in recent years, perhaps this year, the person who was at the centre of that tradition, well, they're no longer there with us. Christmas can be a difficult and hard time of year. Now, I imagine if you would have asked Anna how she found Christmas, that's how she might have responded. It wasn't that easy for her. Anna had had a difficult life. She married young in her days. For a few years she had a very happy marriage with her husband, but then she was widowed. He died, and for 60 long years she had been on her own, a widow. Just imagine for a moment how that must have felt for Anna, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, on her own, isolated and lonely. It was a difficult life that she had. Sometimes in life, when we go through difficulties, we can respond in different ways. We can feel frustrated, confused, even perhaps angry towards God. Amazingly, by God's grace, Anna had been kept from that. The Bible tells us that she spent her life, she devoted her time to serving God in the temple. We're not quite sure what she did, but day after day after day, Anna would come to the temple. She particularly devoted herself to prayer. And in her prayer, she was longing and waiting and praying for God's Messiah to appear. She was waiting for Jesus. Just imagine Anna's joy when one day Jesus came into the temple with his parents. We thought about this yesterday when we thought about Simeon. And Anna was there on that day. She was looking on and seeing Simeon take Jesus in his arms. Imagine her joy as her faith gave way to sight, as all she'd hoped and longed and prayed for became a reality before her very eyes. She spent her life serving God, hoping and praying for Jesus to come, and one day she saw him face to face. And I wonder if your life is like Anna's. I know I want my life to be like hers, spent serving God, waiting and hoping and praying for Jesus. And then one day, faith giving way to sight and being with Jesus, seeing him face to face. What a wonderful life Anna had. And I pray and trust that it's the life you will have too.